During the Mesozoic era, the world was filled with terrifying creatures. Mosasaurs ruled the oceans, tyrannosaurs dominated the land, and giant pterosaurs soared above. But imagine something even worse. Imagine that the monsters from Homer's Odyssey suddenly appeared in this prehistoric world. Suddenly, even the largest dinosaurs wouldn't be apex predators anymore. The oceans would turn into deadly traps, the skies would become acoustic hunting grounds, and the islands would be ruled by giants. So today, let's take a scientific look at what would actually happen if Scylla, Charybdis, the Sirens, and the Cyclops Polyphemos entered the Mesozoic. Scylla, the monster described as having 6 heads, 12 tentacle-like limbs, and the body of a giant marine predator, is known in the Odyssey for snatching sailors off ships. In the Mesozoic, her presence would trigger an ecological disaster. Coastal ecosystems, already packed with predators, would become extremely dangerous and likely uninhabitable. Mosasaurs, some of the top predators of their time, would instinctively avoid any region where Scylla lived. Her primary prey would probably be smaller plesiosaurs, whose long necks make them perfect targets for rapid multi-directional attacks. Scylla would also be able to grab seabirds and pterosaurs directly from the surface of the water. This would collapse coastal food webs, force mosasaurs into deeper waters, and wipe out smaller marine reptiles. Entire shorelines would become dead zones, where almost nothing could survive. Charybdis, another sea monster, is described in myth as a creature living beneath a fig tree on the shoreline, capable of swallowing the sea 3 times a day and spewing it back out like a boiling cauldron. Its real-world inspiration comes from the Strait of Messina, where dangerous whirlpools form due to colliding ocean currents. In the Mesozoic, Charybdis would be a geological threat as much as a biological one. A creature capable of generating massive whirlpools could expose entire cliffs during its inhalation, create waves that destroy coastlines, and trigger cascading collapses of underwater slopes. Its vortex would tear plesiosaurs apart instantly and could even pull in mosasaurs, which would avoid its territory entirely. Pterosaurs would rarely hunt near the surface, and marine life in general would be forced to adapt or flee. Moving into the air, we encounter the Sirens. Unlike their common pop culture depiction, Homer's Sirens were not mermaids. They were hybrid creatures, often shown with the bodies of birds and the heads of women. Their primary weapon was their voice, a powerful acoustic lure. If their legendary song affected Mesozoic animals, they could draw pterosaurs toward cliffs or traps, altering the behavior of aerial predators and scavengers. Their presence would reshape coastal skies, just as Scylla reshaped the coastal waters. Finally, we arrive on the islands, where we meet the giant Polyphemus. In myth, Polyphemus is a massive one-eyed shepherd, larger than any human and strong enough to lift enormous boulders. He is also intelligent and capable of strategy. A Tyrannosaurus rex has a bite force of around 35,000 newtons, but Polyphemus' strength lies in his arms, not his jaws. On rocky terrain, he could potentially deflect a Tyrannosaur's attack or throw a boulder with enough force to injure it. Even apex predators like T-Rex would likely avoid him. However, pack-hunting allosaurs, working in groups of 4 to 6, might be able to overpower him. His presence would still have major ecological consequences. Throwing boulders would reshape the landscape. Killing large predators would disrupt food chains. Living in caves would displace other species. On Mesozoic islands, Polyphemus would become the dominant predator, similar to how Komodo dragons dominate their ecosystems today, but on a far more terrifying scale. The monsters from Homer's Odyssey are fascinating, dangerous, and full of symbolic meaning. In the real world, especially during the Mesozoic era, they would cause complete ecological chaos. And due to physical, metabolic, and geological limitations, some of them, like Charybdis, could not exist at all. Still, Imagining how mythological creatures would interact with prehistoric ecosystems gives us a unique way to explore both mythology and paleontology.